Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing good, and my best wishes and prayers go out to the stricken, as always. Welcome to a Way Back Wednesday. You're going to see three knives out here, and these come from a knife maker that I knew very little about. If you guys remember when I did my video for the 10 USA made fixed blades, I talked about how it was my dream to get a knife from each of the powerhouse Michigan makers, which was Marble's Safety Axe Company and Bark River. So I got those two, and then I was reading in the comments, someone said, well, you got to complete the trifecta because there's a company in Michigan called Olsen that that made knives back in the day. And I had never heard of them. I did some research, and this is the result. So let's take a look before we get into it a little bit on the Olsen Knife Company. Goins, the second edition, said Olsen Knife Company out of Howard, Michigan, circa 1950 to 1985. Founded and operated by Lee E. Olsen. He made both pocket and hunting knives. After 1970, he contracted his knives from Solingen, Germany. The company went out of business in 1980 or thereabouts, and from 82 to 85, which would be this Japan-made model, was made. A group from Grand Rapids used the Olsen Knife Company trademark on their knives. Now, the pre-Germany knives in mint condition go from 100 to 150. This was written in 1999, just so you know, because they are much more expensive than that. Sometimes more. Even the used ones are worth a good piece of change if the right bidders have the money the week you sell. The stag on the old Skinner blades, called Grizzly, I found out from a gentleman in Michigan, is usually very well matched and feels good to the hand. The knives were made to be worked with. Pick them up if you can get them in mint condition. Use them if you want a real hunting knife, or just look at them. They have class. And these two here are pre-Germany. This is when the company was thriving. And we'll go to another one. And this is called the Trophy Series. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of blurred out. But the Trophy Line 500 series, each handmade Olsen knife is truly the ultimate in quality and grace of design. We personally created this line using only the highest Swedish high carbon tool steel with durable Neslo wood handles and a solid brass guard. I guess a Neslo is kind of a laminate, because I'll show you how this one here is breaking away at the lanyard hole, and it looks like it's a laminate. Top grain cowhide sheaths. The Olsen Trophy knives carry a lifetime guarantee. The usefulness, quality, and fine craftsmanship of each Olsen knife assures you it is the finest hunting knife in the world. Also available with genuine stag handles by special order. And they say that because here was their ad for the 500 Trophy Series. And you'll see all these handles are the Neslo wood laminates. And you have the 500 bird knife, the 501 trout knife, the 502 game cutter, the 503 Alaskan Skinner with a blunt tip, the 503B, which just has a different grind, same size, with a blunt tip, 4¼ inch blade. And this one here is badass. Here, this is the one I really want. It's the 504 Kodiak. But then you get into the 5½ inch blade 505 Grizzly. And check out this ranch hand. The 506 ranch hand. 6¼ inch blade, I think that says. And then for the true hunter, the Pro Skinner with a 4-inch blade. Look how wicked that looks. But you'll see they all have this brass guard and all have the Neslo wood handles. All handmade, hand ground. But what you're going to see here is I have the 500 bird knife, which I believe is 3¼ inch blade, and the 503 Skinner with the blunt tip at 4¼ inch blade. 4½. It's hard to tell. This is very blurry. So we can kind of take a look at it. Here's the Alaskan Skinner, and they're going by cutting edge. So we got 4¼ and you can see it's a slightly blunt tip. So I believe this is the Alaskan Skinner. And you can tell this is all hand ground. Disregard the fingerprints. Let's see if we can clean that up a little bit. As you can tell, they kind of did a whoopsie doopsie there. And of course, that's just smearing everything. But yes, I've never heard of Olsen. I did come across these before because I seen this box that it came in. And this would have been after they stopped making them and they gave the name to the company in Grand Rapids, which is the Olsen OK brand handcrafted knives, Howard City, Michigan. And this one is made in Japan. And this is a collaboration with Amai, Seizo Amai, who is a good friend of, let's see, I have the knife here. Good friend of the guy that made this lockback, Moki. Also made in Japan. This is VG10. So I don't know what kind of steel this is, but we'll take a look at it. But now here, the smaller one, the bird knife. You can see how it's kind of, you can see a layer here of the laminate. And this one's kind of, I mean, just having a lanyard on there, I don't know what kind of lanyard would do that kind of damage. But other than that, it's a cool looking wood. Fit and finish on the full tang is pretty sweet. I'm thinking this is an 1/8 inch. 3/16 thick. Love the brass guard. I don't know, what are you guys thinking? I'm thinking this has like 50s, 60s written all over it on these two. If the company started in 1950 and then in 1970 they started outsourcing them to Germany, and then in 80 they sold the name and started making them in Japan. This is a locking blade. And this is pretty cool. All brass. This is bone here. the bone inlay. It's Appaloosa bone. Fit and finish on this is magnificent. And this here is no bigger than a Case Sadi Jr. Almost the same thing. Only it's a lockback. Functions really well. It's a little stiff. I have to put some oil in there. It just arrived today. Looks like there was a sticker on here. And I want to try and clean that off without cleaning the brass. This brass has 20, 40 years plus of, or almost 40 years of patina on the brass. So I don't want to clean that. Locks up really nice. No jiggle. High polished blade. Stainless steel Japan. I don't know if that would be VG10, what they were using in the 80s. But it's something I'm going to carry. Hell yeah. Just got to get this to work out. The spring is good. It's been sitting in the box for, I mean, this is new old stock. Never been used. So it's been sitting in the box for quite a bit. So there's a little history lesson on a company that I just learned about. And these, this one I might be sending back, only because I need one. And although this would probably be the most desirable to carry, I like the Alaskan Skinner better, even with the blunt tip. But it looks like someone may have tried to file it to get a tip on there. And I imagine this here, not only is it a guard so you don't slide up on the blade, but when you're skinning, I guess, I've never skinned an animal, you'd be able to index your edge of the blade as you're coming through and getting that hide off. Let's take a look at the sheaths, shall we? And this is another reason why I'm going to return the bird knife. This is the sheath it was in. I don't believe it's the original, although it's beautifully made and has a beautiful color to it. The snap is just blank, and that's the one for this. And it does kind of feel a little tight when you get it to that point, which is good. I mean, it fits in there really nice. Here, let me drop this open a little bit. It's not going nowhere. Then this is an original sheath. To pop it back up. Olsen OK brand. Stamped right in there. Different stitching. Same color. Snap says Olsen on it. Olsen OK. And this is for the Alaskan Skinner. And it seems to fit in there better, like it was made for it. So this is the one I'm going to keep. So now I'll have the trifecta of Michigan knife makers. This one's going back. This one I'm keeping, as it will be a pocket carry and user. Just got to put some oil on it. I don't know, you guys got any ideas how to remove this sticker gunk without cleaning the brass? Let me know in the comments. So until next time, my friends, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.